What's happening, guys? The Real Napoleon here, and I've got some fun news for you guys. Gamescom is on, and they've dropped some information on the now confirmed helicopters that will be dropping in patch 1.81. And I gotta say, I'm super excited. If any of you were here 2 years ago when the April Fool's event rolled around and we got to play with helicopters and MBTs for the first time back then, you're gonna know that these vehicles can turn the tide of the battle pretty quickly, especially late game when they're going to be able to spawn. So I got the dev blog open. They got a really cool trailer that I'm not going to play, but you guys can check it out. I just want to keep this video nice, short, and simple, and kind of go over some of the things that I noticed and some of the things that I think. Now, I want to preface this with all of this is very early information for what's going to pretty much be a beta test of the helicopters anyways. So all of this information could and probably will change. But nevertheless, let's jump right into the fun, right? So far, they've announced 4 helicopters, the Mi-24 Hind, the Mi-4 for Russia, both of those, and then for USA, the UH-1 Huey and the AH-1 Cobra. They have on the dev blog a really cool frequently asked questions, and we'll just jump through some of the more interesting ones, right? So which nations will have helicopters available from the start? What I just mentioned, USA and Russia. What game modes are you going to be able to use helicopters? All combined ground forces battles from rank 5. So Tank RB and Sim, it looks like, are going to be the 2 modes that we're going to have helicopters in. And there might be a helicopter versus helicopter battle, but it doesn't look like they're going to be in any air modes like Air Arcade or Air RB. Can you join a helicopter from the start? They're going to be, just like the planes, limited with higher spawn points. So just based off my assumptions, and I have really no grounds to back this up, but based off of the tests from April Fool's 2 years ago, the helicopters are probably going to spawn anywhere from like 800 to 1,000 spawn points. So I'm thinking they're going to be more expensive to spawn than planes are going to be, just because of the capabilities that they bring to the battlefield. But again, we'll see. That's just kind of speculation. What will the control mechanics be like? So if you played the April Fool's event, you'll know that the controls were kind of wonky. They've revamped the controls from what I've seen. They look like they're much easier and better to control, but there's going to be 4 different control types, just like aircraft, so we'll have mouse aim and all that good stuff. There are going to be researchable modifications, so they'll have flight characteristics, survivability, and armament. We'll have different gun pods and missile pods that we can research, different engine modifications, and I saw things like flak jackets for your crew to make sure that they can survive shots a little better, because these helicopters don't have any armor. Machine guns are going to be the main enemy of these things. And my dogs are going to bark. What helicopters will have their own? What helicopters? Will helicopters have their own research tree? They will have their own research tree as long as you have 1 vehicle on the ground or in the air at rank 5. So if you've been grinding those trees up to rank 5, you're good to go, and you're going to have the ability to go into the helicopter tech tree right away. Are there going to be premium vehicles? Yeah, the UHC XM30 and the Mi-24D are going to be available. One thing I did notice, they mentioned multiple different variants for the Mi-24. There's a V variant and the D variant, and it looks like there are multiple variants of the Huey as well. So it looks like we're going to get more than 4 vehicles as it is. And they'll probably just be nested tech tree vehicles with different modifications and different guns available. Let's see. Helicopters will be able to cap points. I think that's going to be super clutch late in the game when there are less tanks in the battlefield. You'll be able to scoot from one point to the other pretty quickly, avoiding kind of all the obstacles and stuff like that. And what kind of armament is planned for the helicopters? So they've already announced ATGMs, guided missiles. They're going to be air-to-air missiles, and that's kind of a big low-key announcement, is that they're pretty much confirming air-to-air missiles right there, or they are confirming air-to-air missiles. We'll have MGs, cannons, grenade launchers. It says everything available for the vehicle in reality. So these things are going to be loaded down pretty well. These are going to be heavy hitters on the battlefield. Cockpits will be modeled. I did see some of the pre-gameplay, and the cockpits look pretty cool. There are going to be special landing sites for helicopters in ground battles. So I'm hoping that those sites are close to the battle so you can kind of get in and out and rearm more quickly than maybe an aircraft, a plane would be. And that pretty much covers most of the important stuff. I wanted to jump over here. They kind of have some of the models up right now. So we got the AH-1F Cobra. This one's pretty cool. Like I said, all this stuff could change in the future and probably will change, so I don't want to give you guys any hard details. But from this, we can see the Cobra can be equipped with up to 8 tow missiles, MG pods, and unguided rockets. And if you check this out, we got the unguided Hydras right here. It looks like we're going to have the option between 2 loadouts on unguided rockets. That'd be 28 and 76 rockets total. So you're bringing a lot of armament to the battlefield. And then we got some really cool looking skins on this. I like the desert skin. That one looks pretty rad. And then we got the Mi-24 Hind. So this one's going to sport a quad 50 cannon on the front, as well as unguided rocket pods and then guided missiles. And it looks like you're going to have multiple loadouts available too. So if you want to ditch the unguided rockets for guided missiles, that'll be an option as well. I mean, the Hind's going to be a big boy. I think this thing's going to be a tank in the air. Hopefully this can take a few more hits. One of the things I did notice is that I don't know if it's this one, but one of the dev blogs noted that the Hind, one of the variants, is going to have titanium armor that can withstand 20 mils. So we'll see how this thing stands up to anti-air abuse and some of the tank cannons. I mean, if this thing can stand up to 20 mils, then American 50s are going to have a problem taking this thing down. But we got a good loadout of weapons to deal with all the targets that we're going to come up against, so that's really cool. The other two that they kind of showed off were the UH-1 and the Mi-4. So right here we got the UH-1 Iroquois, or the Huey, the Bell Huey. This one, the only loadouts I saw for it were ATGM tow missile pods. It's going to carry 6 of them, and then a 7.62 machine gun. But I have no clue where that machine gun is. I looked all over these renderings, and I can't see any machine guns on this plane or on this helicopter. But we're gonna have a couple different loadouts. Like I said, the premium, the XM30 is actually gonna have 30 mil gun pods. So these helicopters are going to be super lethal to lightly armored vehicles, light tanks, anti-air if you can get the drop on them. And then with the ATGMs, you're actually going to be super lethal against heavy tanks. The question mark is going to be the main battle tanks that have the ERA armor. That's going to really nullify the effect of the missiles. So we'll see how it plays out. I think a lot of tanks are going to have to be shot up with the cannons first to take away some of the ERA, and then you can put some missiles into them. But balances will come as time goes on. Now, let me jump down here. They did announce 2 premiums right off the bat for $40. So we first off have the Huey Hog Pack. So for America, that's the rank 5 premium, the UH-1C XM30 with the 30 mil gun pods. It's going to come with your run-of-the-mill 2,000 Golden Eagles, 15 days of premium, and some unique titles and decals. But you're also getting closed beta access. So they're going to do this kind of like the naval closed beta, and you're going to have to buy your way into it. The other one for Russia is going to be the Mi-24D, the Czechoslovakian Air Force camouflage. Same 2,000 Golden Eagles and 15 days of premium access, and then you're going to get closed beta access, and then the unique title and unique decal. The last vehicle that we got to show off here is going to be the Mi-4 for Russia. So this is going to be another gunship that they come and bring to the battlefield. kind of unique. This is the only one that I'm not really too stoked about. I don't think it looks too cool. I don't know a lot about it, but of interest is it has nice big rocket pods. It's going to have 6 of them at least by this rendering, and it's going to have ATGMs available on top of the rocket pods. So this thing's going to be a beast, I think. But if it's a slow moving target and it's huge, which it looks huge, it might be really susceptible to MG fire and even tank gun fire. Well, we'll have to see how it plays out. You know, obviously the closed beta is going to drop with the new patch, so I'm looking forward to that. Really excited for it. And yeah, just go ahead, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Tell me how you feel about these helicopters being added. Like if this video was cool, dislike if you hated it. So like, comment, subscribe, really helps the channel out. I really appreciate you guys. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TheRealNapoleon. I'm always streaming War Thunder on there. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.